What's happening, freaky people? It's your friendly neighborhood bald guy, the great Baldini, showing up randomly this evening. Yeah, of course, there's a story behind it. I got up a bit ago. I thought it was the morning time. I thought it was all ready for the Phreaky Freqs. I was so excited because I just got a couple of new tuning forks in. And I got all excited, made a cup of coffee, and then realized it was like 10 o'clock. Hey, boy, it's great to see you, man. So, yeah, it's just, I faked myself out, but I was so excited because I got these new tuning forks. I couldn't help it. So I thought, hey, what a great opportunity just to slip into the YouTubes and do a quick little promo for what happens every day on the RokFin Premium. So if you sneak over there every morning at 04:20, right here in the wee smalls. Now it's really, really early for people on the West Coast, but you can play it back anytime. We do this little thing with got a whole bunch of tuning forks, and it's a pretty interesting deal. So I thought I'd give you a quick preview of that, and demo these two new forks that I got. So it all began at Solar Return with all of the folks, and so Eileen from Biofield Tuning was there, and she did a session, and I thought, well, that's pretty interesting. So I did so a little bit more research into the idea of using sonic healing, and much of it has to do with the physical proximity. So there certainly is some of that, and I'll demonstrate kind of why that is. But there's also part of it that's just strictly the sonic stuff. And so being in physical proximity with the, with the sound, certainly I would think does, a separate thing. And because some of the demonstrations that they do in the trainings, it is comes into physical contact with the person that you want to do the things on, but it doesn't have to. And certainly we've been finding over the past few weeks of doing this every day live that it does seem to have an interesting effect. It's very difficult to elucidate, so I'd certainly make no claims or promises on what actually you might experience, but it is interesting. It's often very pleasant, and some people have physical sensations, that sort of stuff. I found for myself it does tend to put me in the right state of mind for the day. It gives me enough, emotional reserves. So that's my experience. So I have a variety of tuning forks. Some of the are a complete solfeggio set based in the 432 tuning. There is a complete chakra set, and I got a few new ones. I've got a variety of things actually here. A singing bowl that was to replace one that I previously had that I liked. This one is not as good. I'm taking it back, but I thought I'd break it out and show it anyway. But I just thought I'd do a couple of things this morning and just kind of show you what you're missing out on over there. So I'm going to begin with this newest one, one of the newest ones that I got, which is the set to ohm, right? So they set the frequency at 136, so we'll see what we got there. But anyway, I'll break out with that and kind of show you what I do. I've also made a board where I can do multiple ones at the same time, so that's also kind of interesting as well. So if you want to hang on, again, for some of our friends who might be sensitive, be aware that this, these are going to be tones that you're going to hear. And I have put together. So first of all, I'll just demonstrate this on this mic, and then I'll show you I kind of have a mic array set up for these other things. So this is the item coming back at you at like 3, 2, 1. And that's the basic gist of it. Hi, Ronald Lee. Great to see you, my friend. And so, yeah, the basic gist of it, the tuning fork, just like that, right? And so we can do, a variety of things with them, including putting some together, that sort of stuff. So as I open up these other mics, then you get a sense of this. So put together just a little mic array so I can get it in stereo. And then I can put multiple ones together. So I wanted to demonstrate that one. That's the ohm. Here's the other crazy one that I got. It's a weighted one. It's really big. It was rather expensive, but it's designed specifically for the physical proximity. It's for bone healing specifically. And it's tuned super low, 34 hertz. In fact, it occurred to me once I got it that most speakers won't actually reproduce it. Most speakers only go down to about 80 hertz. And in fact, it takes a subwoofer usually to get down that low. But if you're wearing earbuds, really good ones, or headphones, they might be able to get it. You'll certainly hear the overtones. You'll hear the ring of the overtone in the higher frequency. I'll turn off my mic and show you this one, but it's very, very low frequency. The primary is 34 hertz. Give me just a moment here. if you can kind of catch that. If it's really loud, it'll make it feel like your house is coming down. It's that really low frequency, and I love it. It's specifically designed for bone healing, to encourage growth in bones. So for the physical aspect, but I want to show that one, and then I'll get into using some of the multiple tones with both weighted and unweighted forks. It's just so wild. Again, I don't know if you can, how well you can hear that. It is very odd from my perspective, because unlike many of the others that you can see them when they're active. They kind of just, there's a little blur there as they're moving back and forth. This one's so slow you can see the periodicity. It's wild, and it's huge. It's like almost 2 feet long, about 17, 18, 19, almost 20 inches long, with the weights on it, and very heavy. All right, so with that, I'll kind of shut up now, and I'll do some of the demonstration of some of what you can expect if you join up on RokFin. And of course, this is the Phreaky Freqs daily stream is a RokFin Premium, so you do have to have a membership. I do some RokFin streams that are free, and so you can join up over there, but this is a RokFin exclusive, and I did this specifically to kind of just encourage people to go over there and sign up. If you sign up, whether under me or anybody else, doesn't matter. You get all the exclusive content as part of that package. It's only $10 a month for all the content. And again, we're just trying to go to a place that allows us to speak freely. So anyway, that's kind of the purpose there. I'll shut up now, and we'll just kind of do this thing. So I'll do a few minutes of this, and I hope you enjoy. And I'll also do a bit of the singing bowl and show you why it's kind of weak and why I'm sending it back to get a better one. So here we go. So you can tell there's a pretty good bit of difference between the different tones. And one of the things it was recommended from the literature, which is why I began doing it every day, is that the effect does seem more pronounced when you do it daily. So I chose not only to do it daily, but at a specific time, try to be disciplined to do it every day. However, I will admit that sometimes, it's pretty early, so sometimes coffee becomes more important. If I'm up a little late, I got to grab the coffee first. So sometimes it's delayed by a couple of minutes, but for the most part, 4:20 in the morning on the West Coast. But again, you can always play it back anytime. I also got, and one of the things I really enjoyed, I used to have a really nice singing bowl I got at the Pike Place Market in Seattle. It was one of the many things that were sacrificed to have to be sold off when the world took a sideways turn about 6 years ago. So I found another one after getting to this, and I ordered it, and it arrived, and I just wasn't that happy. So I'm going to return it and try a different one, but I figured I'd show you this one. The one I had previously, I mean, you look at that thing sideways, and it would start singing to you. This one takes a little bit of work, and it doesn't feel right to me. So we're going to start, anyway. I'll include a variety of things in the future. But I began very simple, and then put together a little board, a little stand, so I can put multiples together. It's got a contact mic on it as well as a stereo field. So that's interesting. But this is... see, it's weak. And that should be just singing to me. And it just barely, every now and then I can find a spot that it starts to ring just a little bit, but it's so, that's just weak. So it's going back. And there was another set that I have over here, and I'll show you this one too. I bought this set recently, and I had forgotten when I got it. I opened it up, and I loved the mallet in it. It was actually a medical piece, the little hammer that they use to test your reflexes. And it works spectacularly well versus the other mallets, just like little xylophone mallets with a little kind of rubber ball in the end, which work pretty well. Sometimes they'll give you like a hockey puck. Right, that's what they call the actuator. They'll give you a little hockey puck. But anyway, I got this set, and it had 8 of them in it, and they're all in the octaves. So, yeah, it does sound rough, right? It's pretty weak sauce. That tuning fork. Yeah, I mean that singing bowl. Anyway, so I got this set. It was 8 all tuned to C, 8 octave set. Which had this little mallet in there I really liked. But when I listened to them like this. Man, I was fairly disappointed in their clarity, the lack of sustain. They weren't as well constructed as the other. And I was going to return those, and then I realized that it all kind of came together. First, I realized what it was. It's not designed for this. It was from a medical company, but it's actually a medical testing kit. And so it's designed for medical people like doctors or nurses to test hearing, as well as other things. It actually had a little pin light in there with a graph on the side for testing your pupil dilation. But it's designed to test your hearing, and it has multiple octaves. So that's what it's for. In fact, so I was going to return it and just buy a mallet on its own. I realized the mallet was like $16, and the whole kit with the zipper bag and everything was like $24. I'm like, okay, I'll keep that one. But also about $20 for the singing bowl. And again, I should have known you get what you pay for. The other singing bowl I had was like $240. I bought at Pike Place Market, and I thought, well, maybe they were just making an extra buck on it, and maybe it'll be close. No, it wasn't even close. And so I'm gonna have to find a better one. I don't know. I'm gonna spend $250 on one, but something better than this weak thing. I couldn't get it to sing at all this morning, which is odd because last night I actually did get it to sing a little bit, but it was still pretty weak. I had already decided to send it back. Anyway, I just want to give you guys a little foretaste of what's going on and what Phreaky Freqs is all about. I'll give you a little bit more of it before I wrap up. This is just a little thing I wanted to touch in. Honestly, to be perfectly honest, I was reading social media and it just frustrated me. I'm like, this is garbage. I'm done. And I want to go play with my tuning forks. And I thought, you know what? I got these new ones, and I can. But the folks on YouTube may not be familiar with what we're doing over on RokFin. So the link to my RokFin channel is is in the description, the show notes, and you can go over there. Of course, again, one subscription to any content creator will give you all the content, and I do put up from time to time free content. In fact, let you know again, if you don't follow along regularly, most of you I think here do, so you already know the situation is I'm taking one step out of my job already, so I just started a new schedule. Hey Bob, I see Glowbusters, and that's part of it. Having joined the Glowbusters team, need a little extra time to work on some of that. Am I going to be on Glowbusters? Yeah, I think I'll be available for that. So yeah, let's sure. I was going to ask you about that, Bob, whether we wanted to go Wednesday or Sunday this week, or both, if I'm a glutton for punishment. Anyway, point being, changing my schedule a little bit. I've started the countdown basically at work by changing my schedule and stepping out to a much less aggressive schedule there to give me more time here. My intention initially, of course, was to put up better content instead of more, but we'll see how that goes. In any case, but part of this is I've been doing Phreaky Freqs now for a couple of weeks, every morning at 4:20 on the West Coast. That's right, on RokFin. And just again, results are somewhat mixed, but positive generally. Everybody's having a good time with it, and few more than me. I'm having a delightful time, and I hope you enjoy it as well. I've got, again, more things coming. I'll go back and demonstrate some of these other new things I just got. Again, one of them is difficult to hear because it is that very low frequency, but it's fascinating in person. And then the new Ohm one, which is really, really nice, the 136 hertz. So anyway, we'll play around a little bit more, and hope you guys enjoy it. And then we'll sign off this evening, and I'll see you back here in about 4 hours. Hey, take care, guys. Have a great day. So I'll try to show you what this looks like. I have to be very careful with this, but well, some of you know why I have to be careful with cameras. But I'll try to demonstrate what's going on here. So let's see if I do this here and do this. I think I can do this with this and show you guys, give you guys a little peek what that looks like. So look up in that Noodle Vision camera right there. What I want to show you is that. So contact microphone here, stereo pair there, and this little sound field here, and then all these crazy tuning folks over there, because I'm a nut job. And they will be yet more. So still working it out, still trying to figure out more stuff. I'm actually considering about building a board that actually has pickups in it, wound pickups, just like a guitar, electric guitar. Right, so it should be interesting. So I want to play. This has got me inspired to do all kinds of crazy stuff. But as you mentioned, there's all kinds of stuff that happens. Right, each of us have similar but slightly different results with the effects. It certainly does something. I don't even know how to. Again, I say it's very difficult to elucidate. I don't make any promises or say you can expect it to do this or this. Other than everyone so far, pretty much to a person. Even the most skeptical has said, yeah, there's something. There's something going on. And what that is, difficult to say, but I'm trying to fill in frequency gaps and do some math. And so it's very, very interesting, certainly. And I have just been enjoying it. I'm like, a kid in a candy store, fat kid. In a candy store doing this stuff. So especially the combinations are just fascinating to me. And the effects, again, I'll describe it for me when I do it daily. The effects for me are, it gives me better emotional reserve, puts me back to a centered place very quickly. And often I don't see the results until much later, many hours later. I've found so far about 40% of the time, when I get up and I just don't really feel like doing it. I mean, again, it means 50% of the time I'm really into it, or very, quite into it. About 10% of the time I'm really not into it. About 40% of the time I'm like, I'm really not that into it. But once I start, most of the time afterwards, I'm very happy that I did it. Even the few remaining times I still feel unfulfilled, unsatisfied afterwards, what I find is later in the day, something will occur and I'll go, in fact, that's how I first started to notice it. I was like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have been able to deal with that particular set of circumstances had I not done this process in the morning. It gave me some little extra thing that I needed to clear out a pathway so I could address a situation that would have otherwise been much more difficult. And so I noticed that. And then once I noticed it, it happened more than once. And then I began paying attention. And now nearly every day, whether I'm into it or not in the morning, what I find is that sometime during the day, it fills a gap. It clears some blockage that was necessary. It's a beautiful thing for me, very helpful, and of course fun. And the added bonus is that those people who show up daily, and there are a few, it is I get to meet with my friends every day. So what's there not to like about that? Anyway, over at RokFin, the link's in the description. I'll finish out with a few more little ringy dingies. This is the actual ring dong dutchie. Anyway, I'll fill up a few of these, and glad you guys stopped in to say hi. This is just again a way for me to blow off a little steam. I was just frustrated after seeing social media and just the nature of the world. I'm just like, oh God, really? Still, I know better, and so I just wanted to change my I don't know, my inner space. The other thing about this too, I think the other thing to note is that one of the things that seems to work best with it is if you can do it in a meditative state. That is, clear your mind and quiet all the voices until you're at a very peaceful meditative state. Often that's very difficult to achieve. And again, part of the reason I try to do it first thing in the morning, because at that point, usually nothing bad has happened unless you've awoken from a nightmare or wake up and you've wet your bed. I can't say it might not happen. Hasn't happened to me for a while, but doesn't mean it might not. I'm getting older. No, anyway, point being here, so I always feel like the first thing in the morning is the best time for me because it's like moments stolen from the day. Nothing's bad happened yet. So it's the best opportunity for me to get to that really peaceful, meditative, no mind Zen state. But often even that is a challenge. It's beyond reach. And so the next best thing, find a single, simple, positive, like mantra to focus on, one single positive intention. And that helps you crowd out all the others and gives you something to focus on during the process. And that seems to be also very beneficial. Lately, I've even kind of been playing a game where I just set the intention. I have like the secret word of the day. It's a secret intention. So if somebody guesses it during the stream, I'll send them some prize, a tuning fork or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I mean, I've only done it a couple of times, so it's not like, but I'm trying to make an ongoing game out of it. But in any case, so that's it. Nothing to it. Just wanted to prep you guys for it and let you know that I am, again, just like my job, YouTube is kind of on the same path. I'm stepping one toe out, but I'm very committed, to both leaving YouTube and, leaving Seattle. So there's that. In any case, just wanted you to know there's motion there. But if you're interested in this, something you have interest in, feel free, join us. Well, say free, not quite free. It's RokFin Premium, but anyway, this one's free. Anyway, yeah, come see us, RokFin, 4:20 on the West Coast every morning, every day. We'll spend about 15, 20 minutes. It's not very long. And there you go. Anyway, guys, you're the best. I can't wait to see all of you in person again. And I love seeing you guys here on the regular in this virtual space. Take care and have a great day. I'll just leave you with a few more ringy dingies on the way out. Voynich, yes. And it costs like drugs do too, I'm afraid. Yeah, so, but yes, it's terribly addictive. That last combo, I gotta tell you, that last little combo sends me there. I'm gonna do one more of that and then call it a night. But man, that it is pretty remarkable. Again, don't know what to make of it, but I like it. I'm gonna do that last combo again and then say good night. Hope you guys have a lovely evening, and I hope to see you back again in the morning on RokFin, 4:20 in the morning. More Phreaky Freqs. Take care.